Let's talk about legends, real legends. In music and theater, few names shine brighter than Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein too. You might not know their names, but you know their music. They wrote the soundtrack of the 20th century. Rodgers and Hammerstein were the kings of Broadway, the ultimate creative team. Rodgers composed the music. Hammerstein wrote the lyrics and stories. They were unstoppable. They didn't just write songs. They built entire worlds and unforgettable characters. Their musicals weren't just entertainment. They tackled love, hope, and identity. Before them, musicals were light and fluffy. Rodgers and Hammerstein wanted more. They believed musicals could make you laugh, cry, and think about the world differently. They addressed big topics, prejudice, war, with heart and beautiful music. Their impact is massive. Hit after hit, their shows became cultural events. Their music has been passed down for generations. Your grandparents sang their songs, your parents know them, and you've heard them in movies or commercials. Their work is timeless. When you picture a classic Broadway musical, you're picturing their legacy. They set the standard for what a great musical should be. That's the mark of true genius. How did this partnership begin? Rodgers and Hammerstein both grew up in New York theater, but worked with others for years. Rodgers had a hit partnership with Lawrence Hart. Hammerstein was already a big name. In the early 1940s, both wanted to adapt a play called Green Grow the Lilacs into a musical. This project brought them together. Fate, really. Their first meeting sparked instant creative chemistry. They shared a vision. Songs should drive the story, not interrupt it. This idea, the integrated musical, was revolutionary. Their first show together, Oklahoma, opened in 1943. It was a phenomenon, breaking all the rules and running for over 2,000 performances. Their new approach worked, launching Broadway's golden age. Rodgers and Hammerstein had found their rhythm. From that moment, they were a team, and they were just getting started. After Oklahoma, Rodgers and Hammerstein entered their golden age. Every show was a hit. Carousel in 1945 was deeper, darker. You'll Never Walk Alone became an anthem of hope. In 1949, South Pacific tackled racial prejudice head-on. The song You've Got to Be Carefully Taught was controversial, but they stood firm. The show won a Pulitzer. The King and I, 1951, told a story of cultures learning from each other, with unforgettable songs like Getting to Know You. Their musicals became iconic movies, beloved by generations. And then came The Sound of Music in 1959, their final collaboration. The story of the Von Trapp family, with songs like My Favorite Things and Do Re Mi, became a global classic. The Sound of Music's movie adaptation is still watched by families every year. Each show pushed boundaries, blending entertainment with meaning. Their music and stories became part of everyday life. Rodgers and Hammerstein proved musicals could be powerful and profound. Their legacy? Hits that changed everything. And they ended on a perfect note. What was their secret? It started with story. Rodgers and Hammerstein chose stories with real emotional depth and relatable characters. Their music and lyrics fit together perfectly. Rodgers' melodies were unforgettable. Hammerstein's words were poetic and profound. Each song revealed character and moved the plot forward. They took risks, exploring serious issues like racism, class, and war. Their shows made audiences think, not just hum along. They believed musical theater could spark important conversations. Even with dark themes, their work radiated hope and optimism. Songs like Climb Every Mountain and You'll Never Walk Alone inspire to this day. Their musicals are more than entertainment. They're a warm hug, a reminder of beauty and hope. That's why audiences connect so deeply. Their formula: great stories, meaningful substance, and unforgettable music. It's a combination that never gets old. That's the Rodgers and Hammerstein magic. Rodgers and Hammerstein's influence goes far beyond Broadway. Their work became part of American culture. Families gathered to listen. Their songs became the new American songbook. They introduced the character song, music that revealed specific feelings at specific moments. This changed songwriting in theater and pop music. Their stories helped shape how America saw itself. Oklahoma celebrated the pioneer spirit. South Pacific confronted prejudice. The King and I explored cultural exchange. Their musicals reflected the nation's hopes and challenges. Even today, their legacy is everywhere, on stage, in commercials, in schools. Their themes, love, courage, standing up for what's right, are timeless. Singers love to perform their songs, audiences love to hear them. They created a living legacy, inspiring new generations. Rodgers and Hammerstein didn't just entertain, they helped define American identity. Their influence is alive and breathing. That's a legacy that endures. By 2006, the world had celebrated Rodgers and Hammerstein for over 60 years. Both men had passed, but their music was as popular as ever. A star-studded tribute concert brought Broadway and Hollywood together to honor their legacy. Modern stars like Audra McDonald and Kristen Chenoweth performed their classics, proving the songs were still fresh and moving. The event bridged Broadway's golden age to the present, reminding everyone of their timeless genius. The tribute showcased the range of their work, from romance to hope to pure fun. For some, it was nostalgia. For others, a first introduction to their brilliance. Celebrations like this keep their legacy alive. Rodgers and Hammerstein crafted stories and songs that inspire millions. They truly were and are the kings of Broadway.